No.
Now, welcome back to my YouTube channel, English tutorial. Today, I would like to post or make a videos specially made for the MADHYAMIK candidates 2022, and it is on the writing skills. As you know well, that writing skill is the very vital issues to score marks in English. And as I personally think and consider and deem that the ensuing MADHYAMIK examinations in regards of writing skills, I think that the story writing and related to the editor of a daily, that is newspaper editor, letter to the editors of a newspapers, and also notice, very important. But you guys know well, all of my beloved students, that writing skills is something special to express yourself correctly and vividly. Anyone can write on any matter, but in a concise format, maintaining all the formalities and limited space. All of us, and rather say, many of the students cannot express themselves correctly in the examinations. So the score of marks differs. Today, I would like to make aware all of my beloved students of MADHYAMIK this year 2022, especially on related to the editor of a newspaper. How it will be, how you will proceed, how you will write, and what's the key features of these, salient features of these, and what you have to maintain. In the examinations. Now, some tips, very much easy. I think you think that you must feel too much easy, particularly watching today's video of mine on the related to the editor, and that is important of the ensuing MADHYAMIK examinations. As you know well that your examination is knocking the door, so it is a big effort to make you prepare correctly and clearly. Now go to the main point, and that is related to the editor. Now, firstly, what you should commit to memory, that is, remember a format. Try to remember a format. I have prepared for you. And now, justly and frankly speaking, I would not like to maintain any formality. Just it is 2 months, frankly speaking, you are the students in front of my, and I am teaching now so frankly, so legibly, so casually. Okay? So, if there is some mistakes, maybe that is, please do ignore and take most important point. Now, number one, you should remember the following. Number one, you must address the editor. That is the first point. And you must remember the one address of any English newspapers. So now, I would say that keep in mind the one that is to the editor, the Telegraph, Kolkata 70001. And there is confusion that whether I put comma, etc. Now, in this text, I would like to make you aware that to the editor, you put comma or may not put comma. That is now not regarded as an essential part of this writing. Okay. Justly said that I say that you should put comma to the editor, the Telegraph, Kolkata 70001. So you have to keep in mind the one address always. As you have to write the letter to the editor of any esteemed daily. So it is very important to you to remember at least one address so that you can write easily. Number one. Number two. Just format, if you commit to memory, you can write easily. That is, to the editor, as I have mentioned just now. And next, if you collab one format, you can write any type of letter to the editors. Okay, maybe the subject matters different. That does not matter to you. Okay, it is simple way, and I would like to make you aware more and more about this, and so that you will be able to score 5 marks without spending much time on this particular writing skill. Okay. Now then, this subject should be mentioned. Now consider about price rise. You know well that nowadays it is very burning issues. Today's life, all of us. Okay. Price rise. It is the subject, and you are asked to write on that problems. Okay. Now that is the subject. Now, respected sir, or sir, you must come. Okay. Next, the letter starts. Here, I would like to make you know about one particular formula by which you will be able to write the letter to the editor very easy. Just one format. Please notice, listen to me so carefully. I shall be glad if you kindly allow a little space to your esteemed daily to raise my voice about the problem or issue. You may add here the burning problems. Okay, that is very serious problem. Okay, you may add or may not add. That doesn't matter. Problem or issue as mentioned above. Just this format you may use in every kinds of letters to the editor of an English daily. So you have not to be worried about your startings. How you can start, how you will start your writing. So this format can be used in every kinds of letters to the editors of English newspapers. Okay. Now, please commit to memory. I shall be glad if you kindly allow me. If you kindly allow me a little space to your esteemed daily to raise my voice about the burning problem or issue as mentioned above. Just like this. So the starting is now completed. Now, next point, next paragraph. Next para, you should change the paragraph. You should name the para, first para, and then start second para. Here you have to describe and you have to write the actual problems, what is the actual problems is, and what is the reason behind this, and also its too much harmful effects on peoples, and who are the most sufferer, etc. So in details you have to write next para about the problems. Here you mention just consider as the subject mentioned here price right. So you may keep in mind, you must keep in mind the point that should be written in your letters. That's the actual reasons, black marketing, and the unlimited stocking, that is illegal stocking. Food supply chain has been broken. Most sufferers, most affected people, the lower caste who are economically very poor, and in general we are all affected. So the problems, the reasons, what may be the reasonable reason, okay, what may be the actual and logical reason behind these problems, you should mention. And your mentioning, your writing style should be too much attractive, and it will be able to grab the attention of the readers. Okay, so just this para you mentioned this points, that is too much essentials. There is no enough space here to make your letter lengthy. So you should maintain the word limits also as mentioned in your questions papers. Okay, so you should keep in mind all the features. Now the second para, details of the problem. Okay, now I just say to make your writing skill perfect and stylish and too much attractive. Next, change para. This para should be longer than others, as you have to write here the details of the problems. Now change para, next para. It is the style of writing. So your examiner will be highly impressed by your style and the format. And you always to score high marks on writings and to attract the examiners, you have to write just like this. Now next para, your opinion. But keep in mind that your opinion may be personal, but try to avoid any contradictory remarks or any types of derogatory remarks that may be religious, that may be another, that may be political. Avoid such contradictory remarks. Okay, just logically what you have thought and what you think that it should be, you write that only. Okay, then your opinions to control the problems. Okay, next and the last para, only 2 lines, and that is European. There is no ready-made format for this. Okay, just considering the gravity of the problem, you should write the opinion of yours. Okay, so details of the problem you have to write yourself. as it depends on the matrix, so there is no ready-made format also. Okay, and the next para also a ready-made format. You can use most of the writings, letter writings to the editor of the newspapers, and it will be more beneficial to you to make you more aware and conscious about the writings. Okay, just the last para. I hope. Now I delete all the and the last para only mentioned. Okay. Last para contains only 2 lines and there is nothing else. Okay. And the last para or conclusion. Okay. Now, right, and remember it. You can use it most of the letters to the editor of the newspaper. Maybe the problem or issues differs. Okay. Now, I hope government should take positive steps. Here, later I say for them. First, let me clear it. I hope government should take positive steps. I hope that you use that the government, okay, that the government should take positive steps, or you just like that. I hope that government should take positive steps to control these problems and at the same time public or people should be made aware of this, and that's it. I hope that, and you use particularly notice that positive steps in that social problems. You may use the positive steps also, but you may use the drastic step here. You may use drastic step. Drastic steps here. Please keep in mind that you use this word when the problem that make the criminal. Okay, the reckless driving. Okay, etc. In that cases, the antisocial activities in your area. Okay, in that case you should use the word drastic steps, and in that case to control the antisocial activities and to control the antisocial elements